We got sad news for Utah football in terms of their running back Ty Jordan. He passed away at age 19. It's a very interesting death, if you ask me. But I'll get to that in just a second. In 5 games with the Utah Utes, I said that right, Mario?
The Utes,
Utsis,
I
Utes,
think it might be the Utes.
Utes, or something like that. It's
Utes.
a weird
It might be
name.
like the chip, like the chip, the Utes chip.
Oh yeah. All right, I get it. Anyway, in 5 games with them, he had 597 rushing yards, 6 TDs, and 83 carries. He was the Pac-12 Offensive Freshman of the Year. Denton, and let me get to the death real quick and how he died. Denton, Texas Police Department responded to a shooting call at 10:38 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, where officers discovered Jordan was shot once. He was since transported to the local hospital after life-saving measures were applied, where he was later pronounced dead. Um, and Denton Police Public Information Officer Allison Beckwith said this to ESPN, quote, following a preliminary investigation, we do believe that this was an accidental shooting where the victim accidentally shot himself. This obviously confirmed by Denton Police themselves and was written by Mark Salabak of ESPN's senior writer. First of all, I just want to say, condolences to his family, condolences to his friends, his family, his school, his teammates. It's just a very sad situation. Seeing especially young people like this, seeing them die before they even hit 20 years old. It's truly sad. Um, and as always, like we usually do, before I give it to you, Mario, let's take a moment of silence. Thank you. So Mario, man, I mean, I want to hear your thought on this. This is just really sad.
Yeah, I mean, condolences to his family. May he rest in peace. Again, a 19-year-old dying, especially that way. I mean, it's something you don't want to see, man. And and I'm gonna be honest. If these reports are true that he did shoot himself by accident, this is a lesson, everybody. You have to be careful with guns. Like, I'm
Right,
sorry, you have to be careful with guns. Whether you want to be a carrier or not, that's not my business. Honestly, I don't. And honestly, you do what you feel. You know what I'm saying? But you have to know exactly how to hold a gun, how to control a gun, or you might as well not even have one.
right.
Being honest with you, like they say, guns are not toys. It's as
Uh,
simple as that. As simple as that. One shot could kill somebody, and this is a perfect example. One shot killed him, and if it was accidental fire when he shot himself, honestly, that's very sad. But you know what? I'm but you know what? It's honestly a life lesson, everybody. You have to be careful. But like you said, there's an investigation going on, so I'm not automatically gonna assume that he did shoot himself.
right,
They are doing investigations, and then sometimes like somebody will kill themselves, and then reports come out that they've been murdered and everything like that. So I'm not saying he was murdered, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't
right.
there. I didn't see. Um, honestly, I do feel bad for him. Like you say, he was a freshman of the year. He he honestly looked like he had a great start to his college career. He had
Uh,
597 rushing yards, 6 TDs, and 83 carries. I mean, freshmen don't
five
really get a
games.
lot in 5 games, right? I mean, freshmen don't really get a lot of carries. Like as a freshman, you wait till like sophomore, junior, senior year, and then you start getting more like touches of the football, no matter what position you play. But I mean, for 5 games, he really did a good job, and it looked like he had a bright future. I mean, with these stats, if they were to continue, most likely he would have hit 1,000 rushing yards, 1,000. Then after that, he probably would have hit maybe like 1,500 yards, possibly, and he could have went to the NFL draft and become an NFL player. Who
Right,
knows? He could have been the new elite running back in the NFL. We don't know because his life was cut short.
right,
But I mean, I'm not here to like lecture nobody and like, but all I want to do, the only points I'm gonna get to is, be careful when you're using guns. You know what I'm saying? If it was accidental fire, then should have been more careful. But honestly, we're not here to judge anybody because they died. Obviously,
right,
died at a very young age, and it's a very sad thing to hear. And condolences to his family, and may he rest in peace.
right. And before I end, I want to go back to that real quick because I two things could have happened. Obviously, of course, like you said, he could have accidentally shot himself. Like you said, guns aren't toys. The gun could have also backfired on them. I mean, sometimes when you shoot the gun, you and you when
Absolutely
you load
true.
it in wrong, the bullet can just come right back at you.
Right.
And again, that's
Look,
another instance of saying, be careful with the gun. The other thing I think what could have
um,
happened is, and again, this is just a theory, so don't take my word for it. I really do think he actually was intending to. you know. Um, Now when and I say that obviously, of course, because most suicides do result in, depression and all of that. So I mean, if that really was the case, I'm not saying it is, because we don't know that. We just know it's an accidental shooting, so it really could have been anything. Um, but if it really was that, I just want to put it out there, guys. You guys gotta check in on. You guys gotta pay more attention to mental health, because that's very
Right.
important for an athlete. It's very important as a human being. Mental health is
Right.
serious.
I
But
mean,
it could be
honestly,
anything.
right. I mean, honestly, I don't think he killed himself on purpose.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
think
But
that's,
that could be a
like
factor.
they said, it was accident. Like they said, it was accidental fire. And absolutely, like you said, the gun could have backfired. And sometimes the gun just backfires and you did everything right.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? But again, you also got to remember that a gun is not a toy. And then a lot of questions are gonna come out. Well, what was he doing with a gun? What do you call it? What was his plans? Like, was he involved in any like fishy behavior? We don't have the answer to that. And you know what? If like new information comes out on his death, we'll be happy to like report about it and like post it. But as of now, all we know is that a 19-year-old died of accidental gunfire. He shot himself accidentally. That's all we know right now. And I mean, it is sad that a 19-year-old really did die. So young due to something so deadly and so lethal. So with that being said, again, I'm gonna say it one more time: condolences to his family. May he rest in peace.